In today's battlefield, wars are fought more with information than with guns. Today, narratives, propaganda, and perception shape victories just as much. For example, the Indo-Pak conflict this time. What do we see? Headlines, viral videos, doctored video clips, strategic leaks. This isn't just warfare, but an information warfare. And if we recall Mahabharat, don't we see something similar to Mahabharat? Today we have with us a very eminent personality, Mr. Manoj Kumar Das, a foreign affairs expert and a very popular columnist who has deep insight on ethics and also mythology and also about the current affairs. Let us understand from him today how we can compare the Indo-Pak conflict or the war, the asymmetric war we had just with Mahabharat, as today we are dealing with information war. Yes, sir. Sir, how do we actually relate Mahabharat to this Indo-Pak conflict or the asymmetric war we just had and maybe the operation going on further? Yes, sir. Over to you.
We have seen in last century, 20th century, uh, like we had world wars, then I think major that the US-Iraq war, then Libya and all these Middle East. Then Indo-China in 1962 was I mean, it was not that high-tech. We both countries were very, very underdeveloped at that time. Then I think China, Vietnam war, major war, what I can remember. Then India, Pakistan war of 1971. But those are all fought on, I think, hardware, right? Uh, Motor, tank, aircrafts, then naval assets. Then finally land forces, soldiers occupying the land and all. But this, the first war in the 21st century, major war, I think, Russia, Ukraine war, then Hamas and Israel war, and third one is our Indo-Pak war, which is very brief, only 4 days, I think it lasted. But the scale of intensity of the technology, first normally we start with the plane attacks and all these areas. This time we started with drone attacks, and drones are not very new, I think, not very old. I mean, uh, means of warfare. We heard about maybe 15 years back. I don't know. Then internet, GPS, all these are hardly 25 to 30 years old. So all these were used. Then social media now, artificial intelligence, and basically now we see when Pope died, Donald Trump, he appeared in the costume of Pope and said, maybe I should be appointed as Pope. See all these. And we see a lot of wise things are being told by AI generated, small, small clips. Donald Trump is speaking a lot of wise things and so many things. I mean, you don't know which one is real, which one is fake. And same thing has also populated to our information system during war. And
So,
during war,
just a bit interference. So, Mahabharat, when we see that was a war driven by knowledge, deception, and strategy, where
yes.
Sanjay, reported the battle in real, but Krishna, guided Arjuna with truth and also manipulation. So somewhere we find information war there also. How do you relate that to our Indo-Pak conflict?
See, Mahabharata was actually a war of egos and also self-interest. Number one, self-interest of Shakuni. Shakuni's 99 brothers were killed. I mean, how it happened, Gandhari was actually earlier, there is a, Hindi mein bolta hai, Mangalik hai. I mean,
Hmm.
the husband's will die. So
Hmm.
she was married to a, I think, goat, and goat was killed. And when Bhishma He actually, abducted her for his cousin or second generation, I think. Yeah, his cousin only, step brother. So later he came to the Gandhari was a widow. I mean, in
Hmm.
technical sense, and he got angry with the Shakuni's father and all this, and so he put all of them in jail, 100 of them, and sent only one thali of food. Ek thali khane ke liye diya tha. So all those Gandhari's family, he was the youngest, so they fed him that one thali of ek thali ka jo khana aata tha. Baki sab, all of them died. Rest all.
Acha.
Uh, you- so so Shakuni's father, he said, when I die, from my bones you make these dice, dice pieces, and I will be there to listen to you. So वो बोला कि जब पाव bara, so it used to turn itself, and there was a spirit inside. And with that tool, he finished the Kauravas. He was actually playing against them. He was playing his interest. Then Krishna has own interest. Everybody's interest was there. Like now in the Indo-Pak war this time, China had the interest for global dominance. Also, Chinese arms were tested. All their arms were tested. Otherwise, in time of peace, you just produce, but you cannot test it. So they are
Yes.
missiles, they are drones, they are aircrafts, stealth aircraft or not, and their speed of the missiles, whether it's Mach 10, 5, 4, all these you can test only during war. Whether you can operate at night or daytime. All these, their weapon systems. Then American systems were also tested, F-16 and all this. Then our French system, Rafale. Then Russian systems, Sukhoi. Then S-400 and BrahMos. And our Brahmastra, we could not use it. Then we had our, I think, Kali, the laser weapon. Those we were left to test all those. And there was a lot of misinformation regarding that. That our system is weapons are better. We have finished the Adampur totally devastated. So Chinese satellites took picture and did editing and shown that Adampur base is totally devastated, finished by Chinese here. But then to prove the point, I think 2 days back, Modi ji went there and said, "Yare kaha tum log दिखाया था खत्म हो गए ये तो कुछ हुआ नहीं." So there is a kind of misinformation. Then also on the day of war, I saw BBC. They were showing that Pakistan claims 5 of Indian aircrafts were um, down by, but then they said, where is it? So I think the defense minister said he saw it in social social
Right.
media.
Social
So
media.
that is the kind of lie they are saying. And Western media was always trying to help, I think, Pakistan and China, because Pakistan is very much essential for them to control uh, Central Asia. And Kashmir is very much a very critical piece of land for China, for America, for India, because Kashmir is not with us, then we are not able to go to Central Asia, and we are not able to access the oil, free oil, and other things. I mean, cheap oil. And China has come through there, and China knows that their jugular vein is in Malacca Strait. If there is a war, then if we block the Malacca Strait, then their 80% of their oil supply and other goods export and everything will stop. So they want to come to uh, Arabian Sea through Pakistan, CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, then also through China, Myanmar, that is economic corridor again. I don't know how to call it, but through Myanmar, they want to come to Bay of Bengal. Then they are playing with Bangladesh. Bangladesh is why Bangladesh is able to become so daring all of a sudden, because China is saying, okay, you will come
There
from
is
top
some network issue.
and will sever a chicken's neck and liberate Northeast India, or maybe we will take it. So all the interests are fighting. Actually, not is Pahalgam is just one, I think, alibi for fighting. And only India may be serious about taking revenge, but others are all testing their ego, testing their weapons, and testing their economic interest. And yesterday, Donald Trump went to Saudi Arabia and he signed a business deal of $600 billion.
Yes.
And today I saw in one news, Trump's net worth has increased to $5.2 billion in this term. It was $3.5 billion before starting of his term. So, so much. I mean, you really get a headache after thinking about this. Um, and it's
But
all,
how is this like the how we compare the entire Mahabharat, what we saw in Mahabharat, how information actually turned the entire game, and now how information has been taken as a weapon, and it's being actually the entire news are being turned, and in Pakistan we see Pakistan celebrating victory, and Pakistanis are claiming their victory, and claiming that they have really attacked many bases, military air base of India, whereas that's not true, we all know very well. And here we in India, we are claiming that we have destroyed many bases, but we have evidences, armed forces have documented and recorded and revealed. So how this information game is played by Pakistan, and how this information is being supported by China, USA, and why the Western media, why is not covering the real thing.
see, they are all in league. So somebody just says, "Oh, yeah, this is what happened." Others say, "Okay, yes, 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 we agree, we agree." And as I mean, as you, I mean, go in the higher echelons, in the intellectual ladder, I think information is the ultimate thing. We work basically on the basis of information. And you know what is data and information? Data is the cumulative, you know, uh, recording of the events. And information is basically after processing data, you come out something based on which you take a decision. Information allows you to take a decision. And when you are fed with wrong decision, that means how can you take a decision? A wrong information, I mean. So that is what the Western people are playing. And in India, we are a very old civilization, 6,000 year old.
So your
And
voice.
our Mahabharata is the oldest scripture in the world. Our Mahabharata, Vedas, and all these. So we are a land of wisdom. Sometime back, one Japanese, he was director in ADB. When he came to Guwahati, he kissed the soil of Guwahati. He said, "I have come to the land of wisdom." So here people are so wise. We are so
We
wise.
lost your connection, sir.
So we play with the wisdom, and basically experiences, your own feelings or your own uh, what you call the your experiences, your one lifetime event, your one life, and you actually go through it. But wisdom is thousands of lives accumulated knowledge. That is wisdom. So once you apply wisdom, then it is much higher than your experience of one life. So you can immediately apply. So we Indians are wise people, and we have these kind of situations have earlier we have tackled our earlier generations, earlier people, our forefathers. So we don't have to learn it again. Then that's why I think
Can you hear me,
Mahabharata.
sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. My voice is not coming.
Yeah, in between, like your voice is cracking, maybe because of some network issues.
Okay.
Yeah, you may continue, sir.
So in Mahabharata, we are playing with the information, misinformation
Can't hear you, sir.
sometimes. Yeah. And one of the key warrior from Gaurav side was Guru Dronacharya, and he was Guru of all Pandavas also. So After Bhishma, he became the general, and it was very difficult to remove him. Arjuna won't kill him, he won't kill Arjun, and there was a stalemate. They were just fighting just for the sake of fighting. So Krishna devised a misinformation, and Guru's son was Ashwatthama, and Ashwatthama was supposed to be immortal. So, but immortal means somebody said he will be immortal, but the Guru also wanted to test whether it is like Chinese weapons, whether he is immortal or not, indestructible or not.
Right.
So Krishna found an elephant with the same name, Ashwatthama, and he told Bhim to kill. तो उसको मारने के लिए बोला, भीम ने गदा से एक मार से मार दिया उसको. देन रीमर स्प्रिट से अक्षतमा मर गया. एक्चुअली अक्षतमा मर गया, लेकिन वो हाथी मरा या आदमी मरा वो तो पता नहीं लगा. तो गुरु के पास सुना कि अश्वत्थामा मर गया. देन ऐसे, अरे वो तो अमर था, कैसे मर गया? देन नहीं सर, वो तो मर गया. Everyone was talking about it, and it was a very big news. Then he said, okay. Then he stopped fighting. और बोला कि युधिष्ठिर को बुलाओ. The right source धर्मराज वो कभी झूठ नहीं बोलता है. तो धर्मराज ने अपना धर्मराज का जो स्टेटस, मतलब उसका नेम है, उसको पटक करने भाग भाग के गया बोलने के लिए. देन कृष्ण सो, अरे ये दादा कहाँ जा रहा है? तो बोला कि दादा आप कहाँ जा रहे हो? बोला कि वो गुरु का कोई हाथी मार दिया था अश्वत्थामा नाम के, गुरु ने से उसका बेटा मर गया, तो मैं सच बोलने जा रहा हूँ. तो आप, अच्छा लेकिन ये तो युद्ध का टाइम है, महायुद्ध चल रहा है, तो आप क्या बोलेंगे उनको? वो बोला मैं बोलूंगा कि अश्वत्थामा अम, हाथी है, वो आदमी नहीं था. बोला नहीं दादा, आप उसको बोलिए अश्वत्थामा हत इति गज, मतलब अश्वत्थामा मर गया लेकिन हाथी है, वो बात में बोलिए आप. तो ऐसा बढ़िया से बोलना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो गुरु को
Okay.
समझ में नहीं
The
आएगा.
the twist in the words.
तो ये उसका
पहले पहले
हुआ.
बोलिए. First you tell that Ashwatthama is dead. You don't tell him that it's an elephant.
ना
Right,
वो
sir.
बोलना है,
Yes, sir.
आप बोलिए उसको बाद में बोलिए. पहले अश्वत्थामा हत इति गज, हाथी मरा. तो कृष्ण फाउंड ये एज सुन एज ही सेड कि अश्वत्थामा हत इति गज बोलने से पहले उसने वो उनका lot of instruments were played, and that Yudhishthir's words were drawn in the noise. And Guru ने सुना अश्वत्थामा हटो, and he was very old also, उसका कान hearing का भी problem होगा. Then he heard what he wanted to hear. Okay. So then Arjun killed him. Also that was a by treachery. He said वो से आंखों से आंसू निकल रहा था, and it was flowing through the string. Then Arjuna, Krishna said, your Guru, some strange snake is going to bite him, so you save him. So Arjun shoot an arrow, and the string was cut into half. And bow, it's normally it's a bent, so it becomes straight, and he pierced the Guru's mouth and brain, and he died. So look at the power of information. And now also we're using that. And this time we didn't know what happened. No news. I mean, we cannot believe anybody. Somebody said India has destroyed their uh, strategic, I mean, reserves. वो जहाँ पहाड़ के अंदर छुपा के रखा था वहाँ bomb मार दिया, and nuclear bomb also blasted. There was Western this media said, okay, they had an earthquake. Actually, it
Earthquake.
is not so easy to detonate an atom bomb. First you have to, there is a barrel kind of thing. First you have to detonate a conventional bomb, then it ultimately triggers uranium 239 to go for chain reaction, then you have the atom bomb. So all misinformation. Common people too don't know, no? They don't know how it works. So they thought, okay, वो इंडिया ने वहां डाल दिया तो ये न्यूक्लियर असेट्स में गड़बड़ी हो गया, पाकिस्तान हमको अटैक कर देगा. All these sons of things. But behind the thing, people say China was there operating all the time. And Pakistan was only pressing the button. Everything was even all targeting, everything was done by Chinese. So China was 100% involved. And they have a lot of interest. Like if they can show that India is weak, then they will their eyes were to take actually Northeast through chicken neck. And a lot of things are happening. Even US, you cannot trust them. US also wanted that Saint Martin Island to set up a base. And US wants China not to become world leaders or world power. So ultimately, they want to stop China becoming number one military or economic power in the world. And they want to actually make China enter into the lost decade of China. Like Japan, once Japan challenged USA, then they had two lost decades, and Japan is now fifth, even behind in India now. So they want to also do same thing to China, I think. So America is very powerful, and
Sir, one question, sir. So, if there is no such, news like nukes, if no nuke, space or infrastructure or that has been attacked, or nuclear base has been attacked, what must be the reason that suddenly America jumps in and says and demands for a ceasefire? Because दो दिन पहले तो बोलते हैं कि this is internal matter and America has nothing to do with India and Pakistan, that is their matter. And suddenly after 2-3 days, America jumps in and shows their concern and pleads for a ceasefire. Is it because that again, information, sir, is it because some intel or some information came to the ears about nukes?
nah, I don't think America knew everything. It happened when their vice president was in India, and he says ki it's none of our business. It can never happen like that. They had all the information. Only we are being fed wrong information. And some people say they have signed one agreement with Pakistan for, I think, a cryptocurrency. The company, Trump's family owns, I think, 80% or 60% share in that company. Then it's all business interest. And America is feeding us wrong information, I think. And they wanted to show also that America, I mean, Trump is a very big leader, peace loving leader. Okay. And he tried this. He said if he comes to power within, I think, one day he will stop Russia Ukraine war. What did he say? One day or 1 month? Then Gaza, Israel, Gaza also he'll stop. And nobody listening to
we,
him.
we cannot
So
get
this
to.
was the, so this was the one.
Right, sir, yes, the,
So India Pakistan was the only case which he could project. Maybe he is looking for Nobel Peace Prize. I don't know. So I don't trust him. I don't trust him.
so Donald
And we
Trump's
should never trust America.
Donald Trump's Donald Trump's sudden inclination towards Saudi Arabia, so much of deals with Saudi Arabia. What do you think the reason must be? Don't you think Gulf, Gaza seems to be neglected, or like what was to be expected was is not expected now, and suddenly the back shown to Israel, because Israel was or is not included in the talks, because it became as if Saudi Arabia and US bilateral talks, whereas US had claimed that Israel and US would work together, and now Israel being also the major players of AI and cyber defense, and they were just sidelined, and US took is looking forward for strategic partnership with Saudi Arabia and the Gulf. What do you say about this?
You see, there is a saying, uh, if America is your friend, it is dangerous. And if they are your enemy, it is fatal. Okay. So you have seen like Iran earlier, Raja Pahlavi, maybe you were very young that time, you don't remember. I remember is Raja Pahlavi, and his wife was American. Then it was all American, you know. then Western civilization. Women have used, I mean, so much of liberation to women. Then Khomeini came, and then Iraq also same thing. It was a very advanced stage, and now same thing happening to Turkey. Like Mustafa Ataturk made it a secular country, and they joined the European Union and all this. But now going back to fanatism, this fellow Erdogan, he's supporting Pakistan. So America always had a huge interest in Saudi Arabia. They are stopping democracy from coming to Saudi Arabia, and uh, they are getting a lot of oil. And the American Aramco company is the largest, most valuable company in the world, about $3 trillion, I think, net worth. Aramco. Uh, Aramco is American, Arabian American company, Aramco oil company. So it was America has share in that, and Trump's family has a lot of share in that. There's a lot of business all over the world, and they will be happy to. I mean, surprised to know that uh, the biggest second Trump Tower investment is coming up in Gurgaon, India. So he's mixing politics, power, presidency, everything with uh, money, all mixed together. It's a very hedgy mix, what do you say? So
So again, sir, bringing Mahabharat to the present warfare, sir. What more can we compare, like the entire scenario, the warfare strategies with Mahabharat?
see, Mahabharata is an epic, महाकाव्य जिसको बोलते हैं. These are actually हमको लिख के गया कि ये वार से किसी का फायदा नहीं होता है. महाभारत में किसका ईगो थे? वो द्रौपदी का ईगो था कि मेरे को इसने ये जंगा पीट के बैठने के लिए बोला था, और मेरे को हंसा था, ये वो. देन दुर्योधन को उसने अंधे का बेटा अंधा ऐसा बोला था. तो सबका ईगो था. लेकिन अल्टीमेटली व्हाट हैपेंड? गांधारी लॉस्ट 100 sons. Duryodhana lost 99 brothers. Then even Draupadi lost 5 of her sons. किसको फायदा हुआ? फायदा तो किसी को नहीं हुआ. They all went back on time, and everyone lost. So war is not a solution to anything. I think talks are a solution, but because of our ego, we cannot talk. And also there are two things: Occidental and Oriental philosophy. Orient में हमारा क्या होता है? झगड़ा होता है तो हम तो बातचीत बंद कर देते हैं. एंड ऑक्सीडेंट में, वेस्ट में, दे स्टार्ट ट्रैक टू डिप्लोमेसी. टॉकिंग शुरू हो जाता है. लाइक इजराइल, अरब, दे आर इवन नाउ दे आर टॉकिंग समवेयर, ट्रैक टू डिप्लोमेसी समवेयर, बातचीत हो रहा है. और हमारे यहाँ बातचीत होता ही नहीं है. तो ये एक्चुअली वील हैव टू बी मोर वाइज. एंड सबका वॉर में सबका नुकसान होता है. वॉर में सबका नुकसान होता है. हम लोग प्रोग्रेस करते हैं जब शांति होता है. ओनली इन ए सिचुएशन ऑफ पीस वी कैन ऑल ग्रो. लास्ट इतना साल से वर्ल्ड वॉर नहीं है. 45 से अभी तक कितना साल हो गया? आई थिंक 80 years. दैट्स व्हाई वर्ल्ड इज प्रोग्रेसिंग. कल वर्ल्ड वॉर 3 होगा तो सब खत्म हो जाएगा. फिर वी विल ऑल गो बैक. मे बी सम न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज विल कम आउट बिकॉज ऑफ द वॉर रिसर्च एंड ऑल. लेकिन फायदा तो किसी को नहीं होगा. फायदा किसी को नहीं.
One last take away from you, sir. Information war. This is the warfare of information. How should people respond to this information war, sir? How should we respond? Because जो दिखाया जा रहा है शायद वो नहीं है, जो है वो दिखाया नहीं जा रहा है. So we are all confused. We do not know what the truth is. We are buying what is being shown to us, what we are accepting, what is being informed to us. So, how should people react or respond to this information war?
See, out of 100 people, 70% people are small minds. They discuss people, and next 20% are average minds. They discuss events. और ये जो 70% पहले वाला वो भी इवेंट को डिस्कस करता है. So you want to discuss whole day क्या हुआ ये वो. Then you have big minds, about 9% people who discuss ideas, and 1% is great minds who implement ideas. तो ये जो आइडिया इम्प्लीमेंट लोग को, ग्रेट माइंड को फर्क नहीं पड़ता इन्फॉर्मेशन से, और जो आइडियल माइंड है वो पूरा इन्फॉर्मेशन, अभी जैसे रिटायरमेंट के बाद लोग मैं देखा हूँ, फ्रॉम वन कॉर्नर टू लास्ट पेज, 12 पेज पूरा पढ़ेगा चाय पी पी के, एंड दैट इज ओनली आफ्टर रिटायरमेंट ही नोज हु इज द एडिटर। अभी
Yes.
मेरे को पूछा था, मुझे को बोला मैं पढ़ता ही नहीं हूँ लास्ट एडिटोरियल का जो क्रेडेंशियल्स है। तो
Mhm.
एक्चुअली आइडियल माइंड दे लुक फॉर इंफॉर्मेशन, और उनको इन्फ्लुएंस करना क्या है, ऐसे ही गॉसिप मारने के लिए या डिस्कस करने के लिए। इंफॉर्मेशन इज ओनली रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द डिसीजन मेकर्स और वन हु इज फाइटिंग द वॉर। ये तो ये गॉसिप मार मार के बातचीत करके इनका तो कोई फायदा नहीं है मेरे ख्याल से। तो इन्फॉर्मेशन में आई थिंक वी शुड अवॉइड इन्फॉर्मेशन, एंड दैट डे नाइट, रात को फोर्थ नाइट को मैं यूट्यूब खोला था ऐसे ही, तो वहां बांग्लादेश से कोई किसी ने बोला कि इंडिया इज बीइंग एटॉम बॉम्ब इज बीइंग ड्रॉप्ड इन इंडिया, ऑन इंडिया, और रात को वहां से किसी ने बोला। अब उसको विश्वास करके क्या फायदा है? So I
Right.
think channels all get disrupted. So I think we should avoid listening to rumors. And there is nothing that spreads like rumor. It progresses in geometrical progression, and it is very easy to cover the whole country in, I think, 10 or 12 rounds of rumor. 1, 2, we say, geometric progression. So rumor is the most dangerous thing. And now the information uh, warfare mongers, they use this tool, rumor or misinformation, to reach people, to make people panic. And basically, if you don't have the right information, then you're going to take the right decision. So they kill your decision making power through misinformation. That is what I think, what I can make out. I mean, so you need the right information to take the right decision. If you're fed with wrong information, then you are confused. You don't know what to do, I think. All right.
So yes, it's a war run, and actually, it's really a labyrinth. Once you get in, you get in. There is no way out because more of information now we see. So last, I'll just take 1 minute
So
of yours, sir. How do you see Pakistan playing with this information war? They are celebrating victory. They are mimicking. They are imitating India's victory. They are imitating our prime minister goes and appreciates our soldiers, and our defense minister goes and appreciates our soldiers. And in the similar way, Pakistan never took the initiative but tries to try to imitate what India has been doing and celebrating false victory in this. Like, this is also somewhere information war, deceiving their own citizens. What do you have to say? Yes.
see, ये जो मूर्ख है, माने stupid fellows, fools, so they live in a fool's paradise. You cannot help them. उनको, let them live in their own paradise, and we have nothing to do with that. And lastly, I would like to tell, there was a problem with America in Vietnam. Okay, they were stuck in that war, and first time President Nixon visited Beijing, and that time I think, I don't know who was there, Zhou Enlai, I think. So he said, Zhou Enlai talked to, he said, you are a wise people, like land of wisdom, China and India. I am stuck here. 55,000 of my young people died. So what to do? So Zhou Enlai said, you declare victory and run away. बोलो कि मैं जीत गया और भागो। तो दूसरा बोला कि तुम जीता नहीं, बोल के तुम्हारा पीछे से भागे, भागने दो, तुम चिल्लाओ सब जगह कि मैं जीत गया। So that is how Nixon ordered, withdrawal of American troops from Vietnam, and this declare victory and come out. The Chinese wisdom. And another thing you see, Xi Jinping, have you seen him smiling or shouting, or when he doesn't do anything?
No.
His
Yes.
motto is hide your strength, bide your time. Hide your strength, bide your time. वो
Right.
लोग बोलता नहीं है हमारे पास इतना 100 मिसाइल वो है चुपचाप, हम खुद ही उनका पहले से देखता है क्या क्या है, वो जरा बोलता नहीं है ना। तो ये दैट इज डेंजरस थिंग, और चुपचाप करते रहता है। Personally, I think almost all of Chinese like that. And our thinking patterns are quite different. Chinese, they understand things pictorially. We understand things phonetically. Word हमारे यहाँ जाके फिर वो it creates thoughts and all that. और उनको picture से वो picture. So they are very, very thorough when very, very analytical when they come to. I mean, I'm not praising them, but it's a different style of understanding. So Chinese takes a very long time to understand, but once they understand it thoroughly. Same is Japanese. I worked in Japanese.
Thank you so much, so much.
So they
Yeah,
also like
we
that.
are not able to.
So I
Your
think,
voice is cracking.
yeah, voice is cracked. So sorry what to do today. I think
No
some
issues.
problem.
This is the digital world. We have to face this, crisis. Thank you so much, Manoj sir, for enlightening us. Yes, this is a warfare. This warfare is modern warfare. This is a modern warfare. And this is what we call information warfare, where we are swayed away, where we are blinded by information. We do not know what is true, what is actually false, but we are just moving along with the information that is being shared with us. We should be very, very careful, and we should be authentic before we share any information with the people, before you share it on your WhatsApp, on your social media, so that you do not stay in the paradise, fool's paradise, as sir said, as Pakistan is celebrating false victory in their fool's paradise. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. We will again join you like in another important discussion or entertaining discussion. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, sir. So this is what information war is. We should be very, very careful in the kind of information we are accepting and spreading. We will meet again, and stay tuned to the Global Eye.